All right. Oh no, you're muted on. Let me just call you on. Okay. Hey Todd, you're muted.
What?
Oh, now you're not. Now you're not.
I can hear you. Can hear me now.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay then. Okay.
Oh yeah, now we're live. Uh,
Okay.
so where do we start really? I mean, let me just uh, let me just adjust the settings, the YouTube's real quick.
Okay. Let me. I'm gonna give out the. What is just give out the.
Hold on. Before you do that, let
Mhm.
me just tinker with the settings a bit.
Okay.
If this thing will load, actually,
Yeah, you got a bad like metallic echo.
because like, oh, okay.
Wait, now it sounds better.
It's my connection. Really.
Yeah, you sound better now. A lot better now.
All right. Here's the reason why I disabled the ratings is because people like to hide behind the dislikes. So
Wait,
that's
now
why.
you what?
No. I disabled the ratings because people like to hide behind dislikes. That's why.
Oh, okay. Um. All right. You still have like a little bit of a metallic echo in your voice. Is that a connection issue?
Or can you? Are you able to? Are you able to hear me now? Maybe I should.
I can hear,
Maybe I should adjust the.
I can hear you, but every so often it gets that metallic echo. It's kind of block. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't,
All right. How about now?
okay, keep talking.
All
Just
right. Hold on.
I think
All right. I have it on low
that's it.
bandwidth.
Keep doing. Yeah, keep talking for a minute. Say some other stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I got it.
See there.
I got it. I got it on low bandwidth. So yeah.
Seems to work.
That's the cause of the whole.
It seems to work better at low bandwidth. Yeah.
Huh?
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give out the URL
Yeah.
for this.
You have to be mod to do that, right?
What?
So yeah, I'm gonna moderate you as soon as you type something in the chat.
No, I can. Oh, okay. I was just gonna give out the URL. It's on the.
Yeah, but I was meaning to give you a moderatorship though.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not really gonna do anything with it, but
Yeah. Well, still, like you deserve a wrench though.
okay.
So
All right. Let's see.
yay, your wrench. Yeah.
Add a wrench. Okay. All right. So, what do I just what do we want me to give out on Twitter?
Just what we're initially going to do
Hmm.
is we're going to just like go ahead and just go ahead and give the link out on Twitter. But here's the thing: promote the stream first, and then gather some people in before gather some viewers in before that.
I don't even know what that means. I'm just gonna give that.
Um,
I'm just gonna give out the link,
all
the
right, dude.
URL, and say, hey, we're just hey.
All right, yeah. Give out the URL of the stream and then the hangout, I guess.
Yeah, I'm giving out the URL of the.
I saw that stupid ass fucking voting thing where rather to kick maps off Twitter or not, and it's like yeah, it should and like a bunch of maps just came together and just stopped just like at least did a couple of things to with the voting process.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I'm just like finishing up a few things here. All right. All right. We should be good to go. All right. So, um, what are we talking?
Yeah, I'm gonna give the link out to. I'm gonna give the link out to a couple of places.
Mm-hmm. I just posted it on Twitter and said, "Hey, me and Ross are talking here. So if people want to, want to listen in, they can. If not, that's fine too. I don't care." Um, I mean, I know that's not doing much to promote it, but
Someone just gonna come in and just say, "Kill you."
yeah. Don't shout into the mic because or whatever it is because it that makes it your voice distort really badly. Try to keep your voice at an even keel. I think it works better that way. Okay, so what are we talking about today?
I don't know really. I'm still in the process of setting up. It usually takes a while in the stream to
We get it set up on the.
set up and get people in. Yeah, I was really gonna plan to stream during the. Hold on, let me just actually. I got an idea. Maybe I should just promote this shit on my server.
Okay, I see it. I got the
Just
URL.
actually, I got an idea. Maybe I should just promote this shit on my server.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I see it. I got
Just
the URL.
actually, I got an idea. Maybe I should just promote this shit on my server.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I see it. I got
Just actually, I got an idea. Maybe I should just promote this shit on my server.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I see it. I got
Just actually, I got an idea. Maybe I should just. Hey, Todd. I think the stream is echoing.
Yeah, that's feedback because I had the channel open, so I didn't want to do that. But I had the URL for it. That's why, so I can give that out. Let me do it again.
Sure. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, here's the thing, right? Is that last night they tried to make me look as bad as possible, but
Yeah, I think I got it. Hold on a second.
I mean, they got the work.
Let me make sure.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Okay. The URL ends in RMJBGR0RHP4. Is that the right one?
Wait, what isn't true? Jelly, like, what's not true though? Like, I apologized for everything that I said on stream. I apologized for the fact that I apologized for the fact that of all the threats. I apologized, about everything. Like, what happened? What happened? I don't know what happened. Does anybody know what happened? I mean, I don't know. I'm lost.
No, you're talking to. Are you reading?
Yeah, I'm reading the chat.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find the.
But actually, that was here's the initial plan. Is I'm just like the initial plan is that, to have like Todd and his accusers come up.
Yeah, hold on a second. All right.
To have like Todd and his accusers. Hey, I just gave out.
Okay, I got. I'm in now. All right. All right.
I just gave out. All right, you're echoing. You're echoing. You're echoing.
All right.
The stream. You're echoing the stream back. I just gave out. All right, you're echoing off the stream.
I don't know how to open it without having the feedback in it. I had it the other day.
Mute the stream. Like, just mute it.
Oh,
like,
okay,
mute the audio.
Yeah. That makes sense. Duh. Okay. All right. Mute it. Okay. Mute it.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, no. I did apologize, and yeah, the thing is that like I'm still sorry for what I said, so I don't know.
Okay. No feedback, right?
No, not really.
Ross, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah, I can.
Okay, good. All right, it's working then. I muted it.
All right. All I did.
You're talking to Jelly.
The people on stream, it's like Jelly Princess. Yeah, Jelly Princess, Mark Map 6. How's it going, Mark? How you doing, Mark?
What's up? I sent you via Twitter. Well, I sent the link, so whoever wants to join in is welcome.
What, to the hangout?
To join in, as long as you're not a troll. If you're a troll, bugger off. Or engage. We'll see how witty you are.
Did you send? Yeah, but did you send the link to the hangout?
No, I sent the YouTube link.
Oh, send the link to the hangout in Twitter, on your Twitter.
Okay, I can do that too. Hold on. So if anybody wants to like join in,
yeah, because if I give it in the YouTube chat, then like Steve Coat and Ghost might join and kick us out.
So well, don't give them moderator or whatever. How do they kick you out? Okay, I put it underneath the YouTube link. It's linked directly. There's the Hangout link. So if you want to join the conversation, if you trust your voice to be on or whatever, let's do it.
Yeah.
Come on. And let's talk. Let's chat. Let's have a convo.
To the link to out. Let me just send the link to Jelly.
Oh, Jelly.
The hangout.
Does she talk?
Yes.
Let's have some people that talk. I'm up for it. Do you want to chat? Even if you're an anti, if you can be respectful, I'll engage with you. I don't care. Yes, Grim Sweetie, it is the Todd Nickerson. There is no other. I'm a one of a kind. The one and only.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, my voice is pretty distinct. You know, it'd be hard for somebody to pretend to be me. So there might be somebody out there
Yeah,
that can do it,
just
but my voice. I think my voice is pretty distinct. So
I'm
you
pedophile, not a monster.
got the real deal.
Yeah,
And yeah, let's have a combo.
yeah,
Hmm. Eh, I mean, I'm making videos. Well, I've got this. You not know
well,
about I have a whole
yeah,
channel called To Map Humanity. And it's just me talking, like I'm making videos. Go check it out. Subscribe. It's that's capital TO 2 and then space and then map M capital.
yeah. Here's the thing: the more people give you negative attention, the more
Yeah,
publicity you have, the
whatever.
more your
Attention
point
is
goes through.
attention. There's no such thing, as they say in journalism. There's no such thing as bad publicity. You get attention, then you're getting readership. So that's what we want. Yeah. So yeah, and plus, I mean, how are they? Are you really surprised? I've been out. I've been out as a nomad for like years now. I've done a documentary. I've done several radio interviews. Like I can't even count how many radio interviews I've done. Most of them in Ireland, which is weird. I don't know what is the Irish obsession with pedophilia, but anyway, um,
Yeah, no, I'm the guy that's unfortunately stuck with him. So
yeah, the salon. So
please
I wrote
save
the
me. No, I'm
salon
just kidding.
article. I wrote two salon articles actually. Most people only remember the first one for some reason. But I actually wrote two. Um, I've got a couple of like 2 or 3 blogs, but only one of them I kind of semi-secret identity on there. Oh, there's a mower going by. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just like, I'm glad to be stuck. Hey, Mark, what's going on?
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Mark.
Good.
Hey Todd, thanks for
Hey.
the invite.
Yeah, no problem. Nice to have another person we can chat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up,
it's
Jelly?
cool.
Hey,
This is
what's
like
up?
Yeah. Okay, so there's.
Are you seriously a blue-haired feminist?
Oh, shut up. I just
Good.
I like my hair.
I like. What's wrong with blue hair?
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with having blue hair. I look like an
Yeah,
anime
yeah, I know.
character.
I'm just joking. I'm just
It's just
joking. I
oh,
mean, like,
Ross,
at
Ross,
least your face isn't blue like mine.
Ross, you're just jealous because I can go Super Saiyan blue and you can't.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Obviously,
It's like
I know it's
It's
an
from
anime.
Dragon Ball
I'm
Super.
not that old. I'm old, but I'm not that old. Okay. Anyway.
Ross, do you think that means I can scream louder than you can?
Oh God.
My God. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Girls usually win at the screaming contest, so that's unfair. You have an unfair advantage.
That's true. Have you heard Ross yell though?
I No, I've heard rumors. I've like heard his screams are legendary.
He breaks the sound barrier. It's incredible.
I am, of course, I'm ribbing Ross in good humor, as he is well aware. Okay, so Mark, you still
Oh yeah, Todd's my new Tard Wrangler. Yeah.
Oh no.
yes, I'm still here.
Oh yeah, Mark, what's going on?
Cool. So we got 4 people. I bet Rusty. We should probably tell Rusty. I bet he would get it on us.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ross.
no, dude. I don't know why. Yeah.
Cecil McFly wants to know what you're wearing.
Give him
I'm wearing a hood.
Give them the fashion update, Ross. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a hood and my face is blue. So yeah.
Okay.
Ross, do you have a trench coat?
That's
Wait, are you
it.
Yandu?
Yondu, yeah. Yeah.
Did I unironically become that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a face from the
My
new
God.
Avengers movie. Yondu. I don't think he was in it.
Mm-mm. No,
Too
he's
bad.
dead.
All right, you said you
Oh,
were gonna
yeah,
go
yeah.
and like spoil the entire movie, Jelly. So you might as well.
Uh, that's too cruel. I can't do that. Because I don't.
It's
No.
still in theaters. You can't officially spoil stuff until after it's out of the theater. Everybody
Yeah.
that's seen it has seen it. You know, everybody that's gonna see it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys talking about Endgame?
But
Yeah.
I will say that everybody dies. Everybody dies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much
Oh
everybody.
yeah,
dies.
everybody dies. So yeah, there you go. That's it. That's the generic sad ending.
There's nobody left. That's at the end. It's like everybody's dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
Then what's the point of the Avengers then? What's the point of the Avengers if everybody dies? Like,
It's not. It's like it's just like like look, life is depressing and like superheroes can't even survive. So there's your life lesson. Like nobody's worth. Like everybody's everybody sucks and everybody dies. Like that's the lesson.
I remember
Brought
last
to you by
year.
Disney. Brought to you by Disney.
I remember last year for
Yeah.
Infinity War, and I was in the theater with a bunch of other people, and there were some kids like a few rows back, and I could hear them like crying. At the end of it, I felt so bad.
Yeah, that is sad because everybody does die in that one. Really,
Yeah,
like, for
pretty much.
real. Like just about everybody dies. Is that the Lecter? Is that you? Lecterin.
yeah, let Lecter in. Wait, where's Lecter?
The link is on the. You have to have a. You have to go through what we go through like.
Yeah, go to Todd Nickerson's Twitter, and then you can see the link right there, Lecter.
Well, I see his voice or his thing. He was typing. So yeah, I'd like to hear Lecter. I want to hear his Russian accent.
Suka bliet.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, so
To his Telegram.
Yeah.
somebody's scraping a plate with a fork and it's bothering me.
I'm very sorry. That's me. I was eating like 4 cups of rice just now.
Oh.
Shame on you.
Stop making so much noise.
I'm all done now.
Okay. All right.
My bad. This is my first time in a hangout.
Yeah.
I didn't know how sensitive the sounds are.
Yeah. Didn't your mother teach you not to like scrape your plate when you? Isn't that like a? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I
Oh
I
god,
didn't
my dad
pick
would
up
have
on all
killed
the
me.
Yeah.
politeness. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people. Are like,
It's okay. He doesn't pick up on social cues very well.
he's autistic.
My God,
Okay.
really?
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the
Okay.
way,
Did you say was your autistic phobic comments?
No, I love autistic people.
autistic-phobic.
Yeah, I'm not an autistic person. I love autistic people. My mom thinks I'm autistic.
Neither am I.
I'm not autistic, but it's just because like she's like, oh look, you're like you fit this and this and this. I'm like, no, but I'm I don't know. Maybe she's right. Maybe I am. Maybe I am on the autism spectrum somewhere.
I mean, we're all somewhere on the spectrum of everything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Everything has to be a spectrum, so.
It is. Everything is a spectrum. That's how reality works. Like color, that's a spectrum.
Yeah, but I'm on the spectrum.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how. Like if you go to the link underneath the YouTube link. It's the Hangout link, Lecter. Go
Who the
there.
heck is Noobmaster69 in the chat?
Hey, what? Lead Master? I don't know. Who knows?
Noobmaster69.
I don't really care, really. It's like, okay. Like,
Okay,
I mean,
Ross,
they,
explain how somebody comes in on the voice. Like you go to the link, the Hangout link underneath the YouTube link. Because I got it linked right underneath the YouTube link. Tweet.
yeah.
It's
That's Todd Nickerson.
yeah, go on
So
my.
if you Todd Nickerson,
Got to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to to misgender you. But anyway, yeah, if you go, Lecter, if you go to the YouTube link, go to the tweet with the YouTube link, and there's another tweet right underneath it. It's got the Hangout link. What in the what?
Did you guys just hear screaming?
Yeah.
That's my little brother upstairs.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
He is so loud.
yeah.
Ross, he might be the only person that could outscream you. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. Glad I didn't have a little.
Wait, is he having a heart attack?
He's playing like World of Tanks or something like that and just raging.
Oh, he's reading over that.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm gonna go and yell at him real quick.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
No,
Oh yeah. Okay, I don't even know what's
okay, so yes. Anyways,
okay.
so like, so yeah, like, if you want to talk about kids with superpowers, go watch Hunter x Hunter. That's the best anime
What?
ever.
I didn't hear what you even said there.
I said go watch Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter, Hunter by Hunter or whatever.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Hunter x Hunter is
I'm just
like the best
I'm not really-
anime ever.
All right, we're back.
okay. You have a nice meal with your brother.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is the best anime if you want to see kids with superpowers.
What? Okay. So I'm just now like getting into anime. Really, I mean, like I'm really late to it. I grew up on some of the original anime. Like I remember Star Blazers, like that cartoon. It was like one of the first anime shows ever in America. So that's how old I am. Yeah.
You.
but then you had Voltron, and there's like two versions of Voltron, and then yeah. So, but now there's so much stuff I don't even know. But,
Do you know if Transformers was an American invention, or did
It
that
was.
originate from?
it was
Japan?
actually a
It
Japanese.
was, yeah.
No,
So were Power Rangers.
the Japanese invented like they had a bunch of different toy lines that were that ended up becoming Transformers. Started out like they just had a bunch of different toy lines, and then Hasbro or whatever company it was that they just bought rights to all these different toy lines and made them Transformers. That's true.
America invented it.
You see, my favorite anime is RoboCop.
You lose and get out.
My favorite anime is Cory in the House.
Yeah. Okay.
No, well, the animated RoboCop is actually pretty good.
I don't even remember an animated RoboCop. I don't even remember that.
My dad had it recorded like bootleg.
Oh, did you? Was that like a Saturday morning cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm sure because everything like from the 90s 80s and 90s got a cartoon at some point. You know, like Rubik's Cube got a damn cartoon.
Did it really? That
Yeah,
sucks.
Rubik's Cube, like Rubik's. it's like one of the worst
I've-
cartoons. It's,
I thought you were talking about Ruby the Hole for a second.
no, the Rubik's.
Ruby the Hole, the anime. Get Brandon in here.
Yeah,
That's my super
get
power.
Brandon in here, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah. And then there was
Ruby just.
remember the Pac-Man cartoon? Like, is anybody old enough besides me to remember that?
I was born in 2003. I don't know what you're
Fuck
talking
you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Back in the 80s. When Pac-Man was just getting was really becoming popular in the US, like mid 80s. It was a cartoon, Pac-Man cartoon. And it lasted a little, I don't remember how long it lasted, but it wasn't long. So most of those cartoons, they didn't last more than a season.
They had a comic book show, or not a what the fuck am I talking about? They had a cartoon version of The Mask that ran for a while.
Oh yeah, the green.
Alright, you know what? None of that compares to Hunter x Hunter. All right.
What the fuck is so good about
Hunter x
Hunter x
Hunter is
Hunter?
the greatest anime. It's a great anime.
Ross, why is it so great?
So great about it. Explain it. You have to explain it.
Why is because it's the most deepest anime ever made, and like if anybody agrees, I'll read. And like no, but I mean here's the thing, right? Is that I'm getting deep, but like when near the end, like the second arc towards the end of the adaptation, like the Chimera arc is the best arc. It's like arguably the best slot. Like
Okay.
at the same time, it's
You're,
it's the most boringest.
You're echoing really badly.
Yeah.
I only caught like half of that. I'll just take your word for it.
Wait. Am I echoing?
Yeah.
Just
Well,
a
yeah.
little bit.
When you
Wait. Can you hear yourself?
when you talk a lot, your voice echoes. Like you get that metallic echo in there. So if you keep your sentence short,
Oh, okay.
it's not bad. But when you talk like for long sentences or long periods of time, so
Well,
yeah.
I just pretty much, you know.
Okay.
I mean, if you ever watch like beginning to end, you'll see, like, in all seriousness, it has a brighter contrast at the very beginning. It's like kids friendly at the very beginning, but then at the end, it's like not. You know, it's just like really.
I'm already bored with this cartoon.
Hold on, let me just. Oh,
I'm sorry, man.
uh,
No, it's fine. Just I'll try to give stuff a chance, and like I'll watch a little bit of it, but I'll do that. But yeah, I can't make heads or tails of whatever you're talking about. I'm sorry, I just can't. Like it's too much.
All right. Let me relay the plot of Dragon Ball in like 2 words.
Okay.
Bodybuilding magicians.
See, that's all. I sum it up in like 3 words. Like, what's it about? What is the
Bodybuilding magicians.
magicians? Okay, gotcha.
No,
Like, see,
that's
that tells me everything. Like, okay, that's interesting.
bodybuilding magicians.
Yeah, bodybuilding magicians. Yeah, and that's yeah.
Ross, somebody said in the chat that in Hunter x Hunter they have like Shotas and is that like the opposite of lollies or
Suggested that's why you were into it, like, because of the shadows. So I guess you have to like no. Surely there's some appeal to it besides just that.
No, it's guys, I like it for the plot, right?
Yeah, like Playboy readers.
Like Playboy, right?
Yeah. So I'm reading it for the. Honestly, I subscribe for the articles.
hmm
Yeah.
I
No.
follow cosplay girls on Instagram because I think it's really cool the characters that they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't like. I don't think I even have a cartoon like that. I like or show like that where I just watch it just for the for the actor or the character. Like I would have back when I was like in my teen years, I might have done that, but these days I need like it's got to be pretty well written or have a purpose.
There's a show on Disney Channel that
Mhm.
I only watch for like
For the teen girls.
for certain actors. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, I'm back.
yeah.
I don't know if I should say the name of the show. It's kind of embarrassing.
Don't worry about it. If if you want to, but not, it's fine. Because
Yeah.
I had an uncle like that
It's
too.
it's Sydney to the Max.
Okay, I see. I don't even know what that.
All right,
is.
all right. You
I
wanna
watched
you
that with
wanna
the
know
girl
my
that I
top?
babysat.
You wanna know
It's
my top 5 favorite shows
Ross, give us your top
slash
five favorite
movies?
anime.
Gotham's one,
Uh-huh.
and the second one is Hunter x Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Third is Watchmen,
Watchmen. Okay.
and
And those are my top.
I don't know actually. Just top 3.
Yeah.
Top 3.
So
Nice.
Shut up! It's not top. It's not top
there
5.
you
It's
go.
top 3.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah.
I said that.
Like yeah.
Oh.
Ross, what are your top 10 anime betrayals?
Oh God.
I don't know.
I
Probably
think
my
one
life.
of them is Kenny, one of them is Boone.
Yeah. Oh no, okay, okay. You want me to go through the top 10 anime betrayals? Like,
Ross,
I
yeah,
like fucking
you can do it.
yeah. Boone's a fucking like yeah. He's a backstabber. Fucking. So, anyways, like yeah, no, he's the guy that leaked my motel address, and it's like yeah, right after I got back, like this shit took place right after when I got back from the emergency room in the psychiatric ward. So it's like really like your best friend ever? No, fuck you. But yeah, it's just like
All right. Well,
like how yeah.
let's steer the conversation back onto like to like shows and stuff. So
Shows and games, shows and games.
yeah, we're trying not to make this like a personal attack on people because it's like we just don't want to even get into that because it's just too like we're trying to be above that kind of thing,
Map positivity.
Yeah, map positivity and like we're better than the people who attack us. So yeah.
Yeah.
So what are my like? Okay, what are my favorite shows? Game of Thrones. I'm so excited about the new episode tonight. I'm one of those people. I am totally into Game of Thrones. Been following it since season 1. So love that show.
I'm scared. I'm so scared about tonight's episode.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are gonna die tonight. As long as they don't kill off Leon and Mormont, I don't.
Oh, dude, on Gotham, like the reveal of Batman was like Jesus, like
Yeah, but we already knew who Batman was.
yeah, I know, but still, like they're the new Batman though, like
Holy crap.
the thing
Superman is
they
Clark
hyped.
Kent. I had no idea.
Yeah. Oh my God, changes everything.
No, I mean like this. No, I mean like the Gotham version of Batman, though.
Yeah,
I mean like
you saw, the kid was Bruce Wayne.
I no, but here's the thing. I like the line. I like the line where like Batman says like, "I'm not your enemy."
Is that on the show? I don't even.
Yeah.
I stopped watching Gotham after season 2 because it's batshit crazy. Like it just went totally off the rails.
Of course, because that's pretty much what Gotham is. So I mean,
Yeah. but yeah, but she really, I mean, I guess it's like an alternate version of the comics, which I know that's fine. I mean, they do that all the time, but yeah, but then what's his face?
Well, they wanted to pretty much like everything that happened in the comics. Everything that happened in the comics happened in Gotham. But here's the thing, though.
Mhm.
It's when it's that minus Batman.
They just yeah they plus they just updated like they pushed everything back to like when everybody was younger, like all that starts like in the comics it all starts later in their life, and comics it all starts young, they're younger. All right, let me finish talking about my shows. Okay, Stranger Things. Stranger Things, I love that show. Mark, have you seen like Stranger Things?
Oh yeah, I love Stranger Things. So I'm totally in sync with you so far.
Yeah, Stranger Things is badass. Okay, and like
July,
late
right? July it comes out.
the
Season
for
3,
season three
July 4th.
is sometime this summer. I don't remember.
I don't even have Netflix, but so I'm actually gonna have to get
Well, that's like
Netflix.
I don't have HBO, but I subscribe to HBO now just so I could watch Game of Thrones the last
Yep.
season. Um, but okay, and then I'm really into The Man in the High Castle on Amazon Prime, and that show is like it's disturbing,
Is
but
that the Nazi allegory one?
Yeah.
yeah, it's where
Yeah, it's really good.
like the Nazis win World War II, and then well, I should say the Axis powers because it's the Japanese and the Nazis kind of like divide up America. Like the Nazis get like the like two halves or like 2/3 of the east end of the United States, and the Japanese are kind of get like a third of the Pacific side of it, and then like there's this a strip of of free territory kind of between. But yeah, it's like everybody's kind of plotting, and the Nazis are running everything, and yeah, it's a good show. It can be brutal.
Does it take place like 50 years after World
No,
War
it's
II or
no,
Well,
just a few years. It's in the 50s, I
Oh,
think.
okay. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, and but it can be really brutal. Like there was an episode the other day where, like, they showed the either I can't. Yeah, I think it was the Nazis like gunning down a bunch of like a family, and then there were like there was like a little girl. She was the only one left, and they're all their guns. Like they were trying to shoot her, but they ran out of bullets. So one of them picked her up and like smashed her against a wall. Like that was really upsetting to me. I mean, you don't actually see it, but you know what happened.
In shows like in situations like that, I have to tell myself this is just
A show,
fiction. It's not
right.
real.
But stuff like that happened. That's what makes it. So
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, that was really disturbing. And
Yeah,
but it's
Lecter, did you check your Telegram?
what?
Hey,
No, I'm saying Twitter. Like, did you check your Telegram?
Mm-hmm.
Just your Lecter.
what?
What? Trying to get Lecter in on the conversation. He's having trouble signing in. I don't know because I got a direct invite. And,
Oh yeah, hey, what's going on, Lecter?
I'm trying to figure out
Lecter.
how this thing works.
Yay!
Mhm.
Hello, welcome to the bullshit
Because
chat.
apparently you can see my ceiling, and I'm not quite fond of the idea because it's old and ugly.
Yeah, what? Say that again. Sorry,
The
Lecter.
ceiling is old and ugly.
Oh, you're showing the ceiling. Okay.
Yeah, and I cannot turn it off. Like, where do I turn the video part of this thing off?
Okay, that's fine. That's whatever. It's fine if you don't want to show. We'll just look at your ceiling.
No, I mean, I don't want
yeah.
There should be
I
a
mean,
little
I don't want to show the ceiling either. I'd rather just turn off the video and have just my
Disable it.
icon displayed. But
Okay, so are you on a phone or a computer?
phone.
Phone. All right. So like swipe downward to where you can see or up so that you can see the settings thing. And then
The,
I think it works like
There you go.
on
Yep,
yeah.
now it's your
You just
avatar.
got it.
Yeah, okay, there we go, there we go.
good.
Okay, you just got it. All right, cool. All right. Although, as lovely as your ceiling was,
Yeah.
That ceiling is older than some countries.
yeah, it's like Soviet era. Soviet.
No, actually, like the house, it was built like before the revolution.
Oh, okay,
Wow.
pre-revolution. Wow, that's old. That's way old. Yeah, that's like that's over 100 years. That's what year
Yeah,
was it?
pretty
It was
much.
1917 or something like that. Was the Russian Revolution? I can't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah. Yay! I got a history thing right. Woo.
Todd, you got to get on Jeopardy.
I watch Jeopardy. I love Jeopardy. I've been watching it on the Amazon,
Tom
Yep.
the Jeopardy.
Have you been following James Holtzhauer? As
Tower. Is he?
he's
Which
like
one?
he's like won over $1 million right
Yeah,
now on
yeah.
Jeopardy.
He's the one that. Yeah. Like, did he win? He won the second championship or whatever too, didn't he? Like the one where they had where they pitted a bunch of Jeopardy champs against each other. That's because that's ones they're showing on Netflix.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think on Friday he's still facing
Oh, is this the new episodes?
What are you
Because
talking
the
about?
new episodes.
I haven't been watching. I haven't been
Oh.
watching the new episodes. I'm
Yeah,
just
he's
watching.
I think he's been on the show for at least a month now.
What are you talking about?
It's a game show called Jeopardy, and it's like a trivia. It's the one where you have to answer in the form of a question. So, like, if they give you a clue, and then you say, "What is Africa?" or whatever the answer is, like that's how they answer it. So you have to answer in the form of a question. If you don't do that, you get it wrong. Even if you have the answer right, it makes it harder. Like you have to be really good at it. And it's all like all categories. Like it's, you have to have a broad base of knowledge to be able to do the show. It's really
Like a question could be, this social network was founded by Jack Dorsey and Biz Stone.
Yeah, and what is Twitter? So, but like some of the questions are easy.
I mean, I only found out who the founder of Twitter is because Antis got a habit of tagging him into my positivity posts. So
yeah. So if you know, but they wouldn't ask a lot of questions about, like, if they had a version of it like in Russia, it would be like a lot of Russian questions, but also international questions. Because that's like they ask a lot of U.S. based questions. But
Todd, which category do you do the best at?
Arts. I am a master, like literature, arts. Any of the creative fields, I'm usually pretty good at. Movies, I'm not bad at. I'm okay at history, not great. I'm okay.
But I did some fan art for you. Remember that?
What?
I did some art for you.
I don't know what you're saying.
Tom,
But
I'm just saying that, like, I did some art for you.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. You're drawing. I love the eyes on that. It's funny. But anyway, I usually get, on a good day, I can get about half the questions right. Most days I get probably a third, somewhere in there, of Jeopardy questions.
there is like similarly sounding show in Russia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't remember how it's called, but it's kind of like three guys at once are invited into a studio, and there is like a big table with questions and question prizes, like points, and the higher the questions price, the more difficult it is, and they choose the category and the supposed prize, and like one by one, and then there is the question, and who answers it first wins this amount of points, and by the end of the game they count.
Oh wow. Well, in Jeopardy, they don't actually add points. They just like every question is worth so much money, and then you get it like that. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
So it looks like your friend dropped out.
Yeah, Jelly left. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's fine. But anyway,
really.
so what's new with you, Lecter? What's new in your life?
Yeah, no, like new is a rather relative concept.
Yeah. Okay.
Like how new are we talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just answer whatever comes to your mind. I don't mean anything specific. Just wondering how.
I'm getting slightly more attention on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm gonna have several days
I remember.
and I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a question. Like, I haven't asked. I ever asked her, God, what the fuck? Why do I always keep fucking? Why the fuck do I keep like jumbling names? Anyways, Todd,
What you? I don't know. You have a you have a you have
I
a
have a short-term memory. That's why.
I have a you have a short. Everybody has a
What?
short-term memory. Everybody has a short-term memory. Doesn't mean it's good. Like I have a bad short-term memory. My long-term memory is
wait.
good, but yeah.
I have a sorted memory though. I mean, memories sorted in places.
Yeah.
About memory.
Etc.
Yeah.
Talking about memory, I'm kind of supposed to learn by heart a part of a dialogue in French for tomorrow, and I'm not exactly excited about it.
So if you're so you have a really good long-term memory that like so you remember a lot of trauma and stuff, and yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that's fucked because like I also remember like um what happened in my past as well, like the abuse, etc. with my dad, etc.
Yeah, it's weird because I can actually remember my abuse as well very well, but I don't remember it as being traumatic, and that's the weird thing for me. Even though like for me it was just touching, but
yeah, exactly.
we don't want to get too far into it.
I don't know. It's kind of difficult to explain because I noticed that something was wrong back then, and then I tried talking about it, and I got shut down, and then I kind of forgot about it, and then I kind of remembered when I joined the map community, and I saw people talking about similar things.
Yeah, yeah, and I imagine like in a country like Russia, like the tendency to like suppress that stuff is even stronger because it's like
you know what Todd brought up one time?
Yeah.
Is that what's really critical is that how the AIs say how much they care about kids, yet they harass minors themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so much. I mean, you can just look at basically anything that the antis put out, and then you can see that you can just like see the hypocrisy.
Once,
Go ahead, Lecter.
once I made like a really detailed post about how exactly like people's attitude to minors failed to protect me from anything. Because like one of the reasons why I even ended up abused was because nobody ever talked to me about sex and about such things like. I mean, I knew that sometimes people have sex, and I knew that it's bad if an adult person tries to have sex with a child. But I didn't know.
Wait. Were you born with a minor? Were you just like what's going on?
She's not, or he's not. I'm sorry.
How did you get your
Born with what?
He's not. He was. He's not a Mac. Lecter's not a Mac.
I am. Oh, yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm just talking like.
Lecter's a
A
supporter.
support.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Okay.
I was told that basically sex is bad, but I was not told what exactly sex is.
And that's a
So,
really
like-
good point. That's a really good point because that like a lot of abusers will use that ignorance against kids. Like they'll use that like especially you see that like in cults and really conservative communities where like sex is really suppressed and that like abusers will use that fact to keep kids quiet. It's like they keep them ignorant, keep them in the dark. Like we don't talk about this stuff. It's like that. And so they use that. It's like that's one of the tools that they use to manipulate kids. They do it that way. Like they they use that. So yeah, that's a really good point. That's a really good point.
I mean, isn't that like how the Catholic Church was able to,
Yeah.
propagate everything?
Right.
Honestly, fuck the Pope because here's the reason why.
Yeah. Let's.
I hope.
What was that, Lecter? I didn't catch what you said.
I said not literally. I hope. Like don't literally fuck the Pope. That's gonna be ugly.
Yeah. Let's. I mean, look. This happens, and it's not the Catholic. It's not just the Catholic Church. This happens. I'm telling you, like, I grew up in the Protestant church.
Well,
It happens in the Protestant church.
Yeah.
It happens in all of these religions because it's just a ripe environment.
Well, the reason says he's a religious man, but yet, in other words, he's an atheist. In other words, he's a he's a fucking paganist.
What? Okay, let's. I think you're going way off track. But
well, can I finish the statement and then we can just move on after that? What I'm saying is that the reason why I'm not a Catholic is primarily because the reason why Catholic is that I was pretty much morality thing.
Okay, I can't. I am not going to stop you because I can't understand half of what you're saying. You're echoing so bad.
Okay.
But let's move on from religion because I don't really want to. Look, I'm not religious. I'm not. People can believe whatever they want to believe. It's fine. I consider myself an agnostic.
I don't have any problem with anybody who's religious or anything like that. But
this stuff happens in all religions. It happens in Hinduism. It happens, with Hindus. It happens with Buddhists. It doesn't matter what the religion is.
Do you think though? Like,
does it happen in atheism?
Well, that's what I was just going to ask. Like, in a secular environment, like maybe say you had like a group setting with a bunch of humanists or atheists or whatever, and there were it was like a community for, free thinkers, and there were kids in the community, and you also had, people that maybe had an attraction or whatever. Do you think the abuse rate would be higher within like the atheist community?
Well, the thing that fosters
All I
abuse,
ever heard, yeah.
the thing that fosters abuse isn't necessarily the thought patterns of the people. It's the insularness. So if you have a community where it's very insular, you know what I mean by that? Like it's people keep to themselves and they don't like make a lot of contact with the outside world. That is where abuse blossoms, and it can be conservative. Like it happened in the hippie era in some of those communes that were liberal.
That's
you
true.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, it happened, and in fact, probably like a lot of them were more open to it because of the sexual revolution, and we didn't have the same ideas about kids being harmed and stuff. So yeah, it's and what you'll notice about a lot of like abusers, especially
Yeah, could I
hold on,
could I
Let me-
have a chance to say?
let me finish
Yeah?
my point though.
All right.
In situational offenders, like that happens a lot. They'll close off their family. They'll close off their family. Like they don't let the kids interact with other kids, or they'll like that's a sign at times of abuse. So
Well, yeah, I mean that's exactly what I had to go through. Really was, I mean, what you described it to a T. Really is when the whole thing, like when people are just separated, like kids are separated from other kids, etc.
Yeah.
And like I've been separated from other kids as well during the time outside of school. Unless it's with my brothers and sisters, because
so that's what is that your
it's
is that
easier
all
for my
your,
it,
hold on.
it's easier. Hold on. It's easier for my father to abuse me than not to abuse me. If I'm out in the public?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is that also your experience, Lecter? Did like your abuser kind of like close off?
And like some intimidation tactics, yes, but they were mostly aimed at my mom, not at me.
Okay.
And I'm sorry you had to go through that. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. No kid should have to go through that. So like we.
I mean, I've been through it as well, dude. So
I kind of mixed that to him as a person, because like he did that, but he also helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been through it as well.
That's another misconception about abusers, that people think that like abusers, like the kids, like absolutely like hate their abusers, and a lot of times that's not true. Like a lot of times they love their abuser, even though they're going through the abuse, and sometimes those people are actually, helping the kids in other ways and doing things for them, but they're still abusing them.
Like it's kind of like a really difficult period in my life. Like the beginning of teenagehood, like I was 11, 12, like around these years, and I started having some health-related problems, and like they put me on some medication and like restricted me a lot, and like my health was totally going down. And if it continued, I doubt I would be alive by then. And that guy who abused me, he diagnosed me correctly and told them to stop it.
Yeah, see, there he was actually trying to like reinforce his own situation there.
Yeah, I mean, he's like
this sounds a lot. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bad
a lot
person.
like that. This sounds a lot like
What was that, Lecter? What was that, Lecter? What was you saying?
I said, I mean, he's a bad person, but he's a good doctor. That's the point I'm trying to
Okay, so this guy was a doctor.
That's a
Yeah.
good
Wow.
Christian, but you know, he's a bad person.
Wow. Mark, we haven't heard from you in a while.
Hello. Yep.
Are you a victim of sexual abuse? Or do you not?
Fortunately, I wasn't.
Oh, okay,
Which
good.
is, well, when my parents found out about my attractions,
Mhm.
that was like the first question they asked, like who did that to you, like
Yeah.
because that's what they just assumed.
Right. A lot of people assume that just if you have the sexual, you must have been abused, and that's not true. So you are an example.
I mean, we all
Yeah.
had our stories of abuse.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I mean, I think like it was for me more. It might have been just suppression because like I do remember a situation where I was like really young, like maybe 9 or 8 or something, and I'd like be in the living room just touching myself, and my mom would come in and she'd like berate me about it.
So she shamed you early about your sex.
Yeah.
It sounds relatable.
Yeah. Yep, and that's another thing that I think does have some kind of a connection, because I know there's a lot of people, they do have like early sexual experiences in our community, and a lot of them, and that's true.
It's basically like yet one more point that I tweet often about how adults should not have sexual relationships with kids, not because kids lack sex drive, but because kids are like mentally not ready.
Yeah,
But like
kids can't consent.
kids
kids-
they aren't asexual. They can get attractions, and they can get libido and sexual interests.
Yeah, busting down another misconception.
Yeah, I mean, kids.
It's another myth that people have, the idea that kids are asexual, like they don't have any sexual. That's bullshit. Kids are sexual creatures.
I was always very sexual as well as
I mean, they are. The thing
when
is,
people just start going on a rant about how people shouldn't be attracted to kids because kids
Can I
are
say
pure and
something?
innocent and so on and so forth.
Right.
I feel it's like a personal insult.
Okay, so what was you gonna say, Ross?
The whole thing about I mean, when I went back, going back to my dad, he was a good man in front of everybody, but that's the thing though. He was
Okay.
like, he was him to be with like all the rest of like the Christian community and the Catholic community. But when he looked good in the public, though, behind the scenes, he was much abusing my stepmother, and he was abusing the other my other brothers and sisters. And the thing is, in reality, he isn't a good guy. He was just acting like a good guy in the public in front of the other Catholics, and the thing is that in the public he's a good guy, but in private he's actually a piece of shit, and that's the thing that's what turned me off from religion. Well, I mean, my dad abused me, so it kind of molded me to be like just a human being already.
Yeah.
But it also turned me off from being religious. So
well, yeah, and I, my own loss of faith in Christianity is connected to my sexuality, but it's a little more complicated than that. But I don't want to get into it here. I've got a whole blog article about it. But anyway, so what was what we were going to say though?
Yeah.
Busting some of these myths. The idea that, like, a lot of people think, well, children are asexual, so no child would ever want adult attention, sexual attention. That and because if they think that way, like most children probably wouldn't, but some of them would, and they're still being abused. That's the thing; they're still being abused, but
Yeah, that's like this mentality that children are sexual. It also feeds pro-contact rhetoric because pro-contacts find some singular cases of children being sexual, and they use it as an argument.
Exactly, and the fact is, like a lot of kids, you know, they're complicit in their own abuse. You know, I'm not say they consent because they legally, morally, psychologically, they cannot consent,
Yeah.
but they are complicit in their own abuse.
Well, it's, I mean, especially puberty.
Yeah, and there's a myth that they, you know,
Yeah,
oh no,
especially
kid wants sexual attention, and that's nonsense. And a lot of people will not catch sexual abuse because they're not seeing the signs. They're looking for a child that's going to be, you know, run screaming and ranting and not wanting to be around an adult, but that may not be the case. So they're going to miss a lot of abuse that happens that way.
And do you think like kids that watch like shows, films that are geared more towards like an adult audience, they can pick up on, you know, sexual cues that adults are showing like in a movie, like this is how you get a guy's attention, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Things like that, so
yeah,
they can like
because of how I was like deprived of an ability to normally ask questions and get answers, I always used like movies and books as an education source.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up because like it doesn't work in real life how it works in the movies.
Right, exactly. And I mean, I've had, you know, in my own experience, I've had um, a couple of kids. Like, well, no, we all like everybody knows the one case, you know, from my past where you know I was babysitting a girl who was very precocious, and you know, it wasn't with her. I actually don't think.
yeah, that's when McGavin
Yeah,
was like talking about, and he was like
yeah.
trying to berate you about it.
Right. Well, and you know, claiming I actually did abuse her, which I did not. If I did, I mean, I would be in jail.
I
right
mean,
now.
there's millions of people saying, why the fuck is this guy, you know, babysitting your kids or something like
Well, I
that?
was 18 years old and I was in denial about my sexuality, so we can go, you know. But anyway, let me finish my point here. Um, I've had one girl who tried to French kiss me a couple of times. You know, I had to stop her both times. She didn't try again after that, but it was clear that she kind of had like got that idea from movies, you know, like because you could just the way she did it, like it was very much like a movie, and I almost
Stopped her like to the point where
yeah,
where
like,
you pretty much held her mouth and just said no.
like she was kind of like coming in slowly, like and like
I don't know, like it's probably a little bit horrible, but I think it's kind of cute as a concept.
yeah, I mean it was kind of funny to me. It's like oh, stop there, like I could see it coming a
Oh no,
mile.
It's
I
like,
agree.
you know,
I agree. I agree. I agree.
But with
I mean, I could agree with you. Yeah, it is cute, but
yeah,
like
yeah, as
it's
long
a
as
good thing
you like
good thing
set
or
aside.
you would have been in like a lot of legal trouble.
Yeah, well, in that case, there was no temptation for me. Zero. There's not like the other situation where I wasn't. I was tempted, but that is because I was in denial. I had like, you know, I didn't know what to do about it. In this case, it was just kind of like, okay, stop, you know, just stop. But yeah. So, um,
is it like when you're not in denial anymore, do you feel like you're just stronger to resist any kind of
yeah,
temptation?
you feel like okay, you know who you are, you know what you are, and you kind of like know your own limits, you know, and it's kind of like, okay, I can see where this is going, and it's just just like and plus like at least in that situation for me, it was kind of humorous.
Yeah.
But yeah, and some there's like other maps, they'll tell you about certain circumstances they had where things like that happen, and people who say kids don't do that, like, oh, you're just spinning it. No, and that's exactly what happened.
But I kids do the same on their own
Kids do,
teaching, though.
they will do that stuff. It's it doesn't mean they're necessarily motivated by the same motivations an adult would be. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Most of them probably not. I think a lot of them, it's just curiosity or, you know.
I had a friend when he was 14. For the first with a girl, like someone who was so like he was 14, the same age, and they both got laid. And yeah, he said that was when he was 14, which is like I guess like 14 years ago
Well, yeah, at 14, I mean, people are
or something,
like, yeah,
like in the 2000s.
yeah. I mean, and once you hit puberty, like then all hell breaks loose. Basically, like you're very sexual at that point. Like little kids are like they have sex.
Yeah, like
We're born with all the sex. We're born with all the hormones. We're born with all that stuff. It's still there.
I'm not saying that teens shouldn't. They should just do it, not do it with adults. And any adult who has the idea otherwise is pretty sick.
Well, I only caught it like half of that, but I'll say that, look, kids need to be allowed. Adults need to not interfere with child sexuality either way. Don't stop them from doing it with each other, but don't.
Wait, is my mic through or is it like?
Yeah.
A lot of people who believe that I'm pro contact believe it because I said it's not really that bad.
Wait, guys, can you hear me?
Kids are getting mildly sexually involved with each other, like kids of similar age.
Yeah, and it's.
Yeah, I'm trying to test my. I'm trying to hold on, guys. I need to test my mic real quick. Am I going through all right?
Yeah, I can.
Am I going through all right?
You're fine.
Yeah.
Yes, it's better.
Good.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah, continue.
It's basically the thing about child sexuality is it needs to develop the way it's going to develop. Don't interfere with it. Don't like the people who are like trying to like hammer sexuality out of kids. They are abusive just as much as anybody who molests a kid, in my opinion. Don't interfere with kids' sexuality. Just let it develop naturally. Just leave it alone. It's not yours.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Kids.
here's the thing. If hold on. If two teens want to fuck, just let them. Like really.
Yeah.
You know.
But do adults like have a responsibility? Like, say you have like a 6-year-old that's looking for like just maybe out of curiosity is like looking for like porn online. Does like the adult have the responsibility to like say like don't look at that or?
Well, I think yeah, there's limitations to it. I'm not saying it should be let.
I'm not saying that 6-year-olds looking at something really explicit is okay, but I don't think it's anything bad if just like if they look at each other like at the same age.
Right.
Like a lot of kids, like when they become aware of gender and sex differences, they just want to like check what it looks like, and they.
At that age, you basically like steer them away from the porn and give them educational stuff. You have to talk to them. It's people think.
I mean, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Really, is
that sex education.
Like you give them a book about the body or something like that.
Yeah,
something that is like educational.
Look, sex education is like anything. It's an ongoing thing. You can't just like have the talk one time and when they're 12 or whatever, and that's it. Like you need to, like if they have questions, educate them. If they come up to you like, what, where do babies coming from? Like explain it on their level. But yeah, it's an ongoing thing. Like as long as they're coming asking for.
It's just kind of funny because
my phone battery is going to die, so like I got to go now and charge it.
Yeah.
It was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
All right, see you around.
Do it again.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. Okay, so there's
like
there went Lecter. All right.
Like with me, I didn't have like I I was so sheltered. Like
Mhm.
I didn't get any kind of education. I went to like a Christian school,
Yeah.
and they didn't teach. Like I actually got like my first like sex education class like my freshman year of college.
Wow.
I mean,
got
it's not
mine
like I
in-
didn't know by that point, but it's just like I
Yeah.
got my formal education about it like in college.
We got ours. I
I
think
was a
in-
kid when I was disturbed by sex education. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I got it in 5th grade, but it wasn't really nearly enough. Like we got the glossed over version, and they separated boys and girls. You know, it was like one of that type thing where boys got one lecture and girls got another. You know, they focused more on like, but really it should have been all together. So yeah, this was back in the let's see, what year would have that have been? It would have been like mid '80s. So like I think, well, like 81 or so, 82, somewhere in there, 83. Yeah, I think 83. I think, yeah. But anyway, so it was an early version of of sex education, and I got it, and that was in Michigan. Like if I'd grown up, if I'd had the all of my classes in here in the South, I doubt I would have got any sex education at all. And I didn't get the talk from my parents, so I already
Yeah,
knew.
I didn't either.
Yeah, and I already knew a little bit about sex because of my molestation. Like that was my introduction to sex. Like and that's bad. Um, so yeah, well, parents need to talk to their kids. You just do. Don't deny.
Don't beat around the bush. Don't like don't like
Do what
say
they need.
this, say that. No,
Yeah,
no, just
they
say
need
the
to
truth.
do. If your kids come to you with questions, answer their questions. You don't have to be elaborate. If they're really young, answer it at their level, but be honest. Don't do that to kids. They need to be educated. And like I said earlier, the like the insular and like lack of education, that stuff fits. That stuff actually helps abusers. Like that ignorance that helps abusers, because it's like,
I mean, it doesn't really scar them. It just necessarily what it does is it just fucks up their brain because they don't understand the concept of sex. So,
and
the very fact is that
you can lie to the kids easier that way. Like if you say,
yeah, they say that's the thing. Like and here's the thing, right? Is they'll get mixed up and they'll get curious and then another adult will come and approach them
like
and then try to tell them about how sex works by actually having sex with
or
them.
like
That's fucked.
you fall victim to like they can tell you
You
like,
can
oh,
tell them
like
to yourself
you can kiss a girl and
and
say,
why you
oh,
shouldn't trust strangers.
you're gonna get pregnant now, so you can't tell anybody. Like you have to, like, and you're engaged to me. Like that's the way it works. Like you could just lie to a kid and get them to believe it.
It
Yeah,
really
exactly.
is like
And those people are fucked up. Like
Yeah, what's up, Mark?
it's. I was just gonna
like
say it's
those people. Yeah.
yeah. I was just gonna say like it is really despicable and
It's so fucked up.
monstrous. Like when you prey upon like a child's ignorance to
Ignorance, yeah,
get your own needs met.
right.
I mean, it's so
Yeah, I mean, they
so
can't
wrong.
consent. They can't. It's so fucked up.
Did you guys
And,
see
like-
that documentary about that guy? Oh, what was the name of it? You know what I'm talking about, right, Mark? The one where like he manipulated the girl, like he took her away. It was back in the 70s.
Yeah, but hold on. I
I'm
think
not
the
sure.
reason why, this is the reason adults take advantage of kids because they've been taken advantage of before, and they've been molested, and so the cycle just repeats over and over again. But
Well,
here's the difference between them and us: is that we don't do it. We don't.
Well, that
we don't
can happen,
cross
but that
that line. We don't cross that. We don't.
yeah, that can't happen, especially with situational offenders. That happens a lot, though. Like
Yeah, like
attractions.
we never cross that line. You know.
Yeah. But
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got
You're talking about a
distracted.
documentary?
Yeah, the
about-
documentary. It was about that girl. She was the guy started grooming the whole family. Like he ended up masturbating the dad, and like he was having sex with the mom. But he was after the young girl, the 12, like she was 12. He took her off like on a vacation, and like he told her something about aliens, like aliens were, you know, like wanted,
Hey, Dragon Cat, what's
like I wanted to
going?
impregnate her and like
Yeah, it's in the
all kinds
chat.
of crazy stuff, and like she believed it, and
Yeah.
it was really, yeah, I remember the name of it. It's on Netflix.
Oh, I never heard of it, honestly, but
Um,
sad and not surprising
yeah.
in some way.
Let me look it. I bet I can look it up. Documentary, sexual abuse. I can tell you what it is exactly. Um,
Also, I don't think there's such thing as a pedosexual. I mean,
I don't know what you're.
There's like pedophilia, but it's not really.
Hmm.
I mean, like
yeah,
I've heard of
there's no such thing as
pedosexual,
like a pedosexual though.
like an orientation though.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's an orientation, but I mean, like, still though.
Yeah, it's not like homosexual or heterosexual, pedosexual.
No.
Like,
I don't. Here's the reason why. Here's the reason
Okay,
why antis say that we use them as arguments. Like, it's because they
Oh,
want
okay.
to lump us in with people who want to normalize gays, even though that's not even what's going on.
mhm.
And
Yeah,
and
By
they
the
know
way-
it's gonna fucking make us look bad. Yeah.
the
That's
documentary
true.
is called "Abducted in Plain Sight."
Oh, okay.
Get that in there. It's called "Abducted in Plain Sight." It's on. It used to be on that. That should still be on there. It's not been on there that long, so it should still be on there if you want to watch it. If you got Netflix, it's really good. It kind of gives you a lot of insight into how like the grooming works, or how people groom like the whole family. A lot of times, like they get the whole family involved, and it's really just messed up. It really is all kinds of messed up. It's really
It's fuked. That's pretty fucked up.
I have a question, Todd.
yeah.
Because I'm kind of in a similar situation. I think, like, my brother and sister-in-law, they have like 2 young kids, and they know about me.
Mhm.
And like I'm attracted to boys, so like
Mhm.
my nephew now is kind of getting into
So am I.
my AOA, and like my brother knows like a lot about me, but he knows like he trusts me at the same time, so it's not that an issue. But I feel like whenever I'm like over at their house and stuff, I feel like I'm constantly being like looked at, like observed,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like getting to the point where it's like I just don't really want to like engage in like family activities anymore, because I just feel like I feel
Yeah.
like I'm not trustworthy, and I
You
don't
feel
really know how to
really
like
self-conscious.
really self-conscious.
Yeah, because I was kind of like that when I first came out to my family. I was around that because my niece's kids were really young at the time, and plus my brother-in-law, like he was one of those people that was very anti and kind of like didn't really like he didn't actually like come out and say you can't be around my kids, but you could tell like I just got a really bad vibe from him. My sister was kind of like, well, he doesn't trust you, and I'm like, he's known me for a long time, but I stayed away from her kids, for a few years, and finally, like she started to kind of come around and go, okay, well, I know you're not going to abuse my kids,
Right.
so yeah. Then she got, um, then she went through like another kind of weird sort of anti period when the girl started getting close to puberty, because I guess she started thinking, like that might be the time I would abuse them, and then she like that kind of went away pretty quickly too, though. But yeah,
It's just like it's just frustrating, because like I know myself, and I know I would never do anything,
yeah.
to hurt anyone.
Yeah,
but
same
it's
here.
just
It's
like
like
trying to like convey that to people. And my
Yeah.
brother's like,
I'm not even attracted to my nieces.
yeah,
Like,
I'm not really attracted to my
that's
nephew either.
see
I'm just
that's the
saying.
thing though. Is like considering that we maps, what we try to do is we try to convey that we're not like going to do that stuff, and like we even like show proof on why pretty much.
Hmm.
Like we even show proof on why, but you know it doesn't matter. Nobody listens to us.
yeah,
It doesn't really matter anyways because we haven't done anything. There's no jurisdiction to arrest us for nothing.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Is Dragon Cat still there, or did that?
Yeah.
Well, they like wanted in on the conversation, so you might want to. Well, if you want to let them in on the conversation, that'd be cool. You let them in on the conversation. Although I can't keep talking too much longer. I've got to go soon. But
Yeah, I have to go pretty soon.
yeah, I'm really enjoying this conversation because it's nice. Really, I love talking to Lecter because I knew he was going to have that Russian accent. I love that accent. I really love that accent.
Yeah, same here.
My ex-girlfriend,
I'm a Russian.
she kind of talked. She was East, I don't want to name the country she was from. She was Eastern European, and she had kind of that same accent, and I just loved listening to her talk because I just thought it was really cute. And,
All right, one more thing is what is your opinions on Shoe on Head?
she's an idiot. I mean, what? I don't know. I haven't seen enough of her stuff to really judge her, but
I mean, she's still doing it. I mean,
yeah, I'm not
she's
interested. I watch like a lot of these people. Look, a lot of these people they get followers by just being dumbasses, and like they don't have anything really to contribute. Like anybody can be against
I think
something.
just because she's a woman. She's a woman. That's really
Yeah,
it.
anybody can be against something, and like anybody can be like it's easy to be like to join the crowd and go lynch the pedophiles. Like that's easy. That's
It's like I have tits, therefore my opinion's
a
valid.
lazy
It's
way
like
to get followers. It's like anybody, because anybody can get why. Like, why do you think like all these far right people get followers? It's easy to do it. It's not hard. It's easy to get people like to like speak to their gut level. That's easy to do. It's harder to do to actually get on and say something meaningful and say like this is what so a lot of them don't do that, and people
yeah, but the only reason to listen to her is because like she's a woman. She's a
I
woman.
don't
That's
think
why.
to me
I
she
mean, they
doesn't
want
have
to.
anything
Yeah.
worthwhile to contribute. If she had a decent idea, like I would debate her if she wanted to actually debate and talk about
I mean, like by default, like considering that, like I said, she's a woman. She thinks she's snarky and funny, but in reality, she just comes off as like kind of a thoughtish person that you know, she's just like every other typical like East celeb female that pretty much thinks that she's on top of the world and she's everything, but she's really not.
well, I just perceive her as being a very shallow, very egocentric person who doesn't really have much to contribute. They're just kind of full of themselves, and like they coast on that. She can coast on that for a while, like while she's young, but when she starts getting older, like that, you can't coast on that anymore. You better have something to contribute. You can get away with that when you're young.
Other than your looks, other than your looks, your makeup.
Right,
That's really like
and
yeah, like that's where the attraction comes in with these people, and that's where like it's not a matter of her opinion. They just listen to whatever she says and agrees with her because
yeah, and
they
it's
want to be with her. That's why.
it's sad for her because she thinks she's getting,
It's sad for her audience. I mean, her audience is so fucking thirsty. I mean, seriously.
well, I'm just saying, like that whole situation. Like, I don't know if she even realizes. Like, a lot of people are just watching her just because they think she's cute.
Because she's a woman with tits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like, do they really care what you say, or they just and sad like, or does she even care? Like I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they want to be around her because it's her, not he.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna get off here pretty soon. Do you have anything did you have anything you want to say, Mark? Or
No, not too much. It was just really nice to be a
chat?
part of the conversation today, and
Yeah.
I'm actually considering making like some YouTube videos as well, just kind of getting my point out there. And
Yeah. Hey,
you
I'd love
know.
to.
Well, you should comment on this stream after it's done and let me
Yeah.
know what your channel is, and then I'll subscribe to it. So yeah.
All right. I don't have anything up yet, and
Yeah.
I might actually make like a different channel because like a lot of my subscribers on this current channel are like kind of in a hobby I'm a part of, so it would
Yeah.
just like
Yeah, you need
alienate
to
everybody.
definitely separate those things out because otherwise.
Yeah. That's
Just-
another thing like kind of annoying about being a map is you kind of have
Yeah.
to compartmentalize
Right.
your
It's
other
just how it
interests.
is. You can't really I can't get away with that because I'm I'm like pretty much
You're out there now, yeah.
Yeah, my whole identity is pretty much wrapped up in my sexual activism, but
Yeah,
that's
Dragon
okay.
Cat wants to join. Dragon Cat wants to join, but maybe next time.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Well, yeah, we'll set up another time and we'll have another one of these conversations because I
I
really
mean, I was
enjoyed it.
originally going to plan on doing a stream tomorrow, but
Yeah, I think it went pretty well. I think we got some pretty good.
you know what I haven't talked to yet? I haven't talked to Gabe or something.
Gabe, yeah, we got to get Gabe on in on one of these. But anyway, nice talking to you, Mark.
Yeah,
Ross,
thanks, Todd. Yep.
Lecter, wherever you are out there, and who's that one girl that was on the beginning? I forgot her name.
Jelly.
Jelly. Nice to meet you. All those people. So yeah, let's do it again. And you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye guys.
All right, later. See you.